Ladies and gentlemen, episode 5, Paco's Power Hour. In the house, full effect.
What's up, everybody? It's the man they call Paco. I'm posted up in the cut like a bandage. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's the man they call Paco. I'm posted up in the cut like a bandage.
Yeah, you know what time it is, man. Paco's Power Hour. Full effect today, episode 5. Just coming in, swinging, man. Full effects going down. Yeah, basically I wanted to come out here and, start episode 5 for everybody. One of my good homies that I work with, his name is the East Side. This fool is like, hey man, when are you gonna drop another episode? It's like, I'm busy. By the time I get out of work, I don't even want to do it. But he's like, dude, just do it, man. Just keep it going. I said, all right, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it. So that's what this is, man. It's out of spite. It's out of spite. I'm not here because I want to be here. It's out of spite. I'm just kidding. I do like to go live and this show, I don't really have anything. There's no real format for me. But it is something that I like doing. I like to talk. I need somebody to bounce off of too. Like, I'm cool, but if I got someone else, I can bounce off of their energy and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're going to get, I know I talk about this a lot, but we're going to get the homie East Side on. He's going to be on one of these episodes really soon. It's in the works, folks. It's in the works. It's going to go down. You know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and just get into the shout out segment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Bianca. My bad. I didn't mean to say that. I said something I don't mean it. Okay. My bad. All right. Who else? Shout out to Spencer, the homie. Also shout out to Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. He's like, oh, that for Paco, that vato ain't even called in a minute, because I do voicemails. I drop some voicemails on Who Are These Podcasts for Carl and all that, and he's like, yeah, I haven't heard from him. I had a small beef with this woman named Meredith on the voicemail segment of that show. But you know what? That's over, man. Shout out to Meredith. I'm sure you're a lovely person or whatever, but yeah, the beef is no longer, you know what I'm saying? You guys can stop picking sides. Are you side Paco, side Meredith? Doesn't matter. That beef is squashed. We put it behind us. It's not existent anymore. I don't go around hating on her anymore. Shout out to Meredith. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Carl gave me a shout out. He's like, yeah, I agreed to do Paco's Power Hour, sometime in August. I said, great. You know what? This fool knows what's up. And Carl from Who Are These Podcasts is definitely going to be a guest on here soon. Shout out to that fool. Shout out to Jay, Joe Audio. I'm sorry. Joe, he gets upset. Oh, my name's not Jay. Yeah, but I call you Jay, from Yeah About That. Shout out to Yeah About That, my other podcast that I haven't done in so long. Man, it's been pretty hectic. I've been pretty busy. I've been pretty drained of energy. There's a lot of things that I need to focus my attention on. And as far as that goes, it might have been in the back burner, but you know what? We're coming back. We might come back this weekend or something. We got to do something for the folks out there. They're clamoring. Hey, when are you gonna drop another show? You know what? We'll get to it soon. I don't want to be waiting too long. Tired of this. I just want to record. That's why I started the Power Hour. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can just straight up record whenever I want. Yeah. I you know what? I don't know if you guys noticed now, but I'm sweating. I'm a sweatback. I sweat a lot. Okay. It's not just that work. I think it's got to do with the humidity. It's raining outside right now, out here, 623 West Side, Phoenix area. It's raining outside. And it's causing a lot of humidity. I turned off the fan in the room so it doesn't pick up, But but that's all good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what time it is. Oh, shout out to Peter Piper Pizza. I love you. Shout out to AZ Pizza Express, my Primo's Pizza Shop. Make sure you guys check it out. 35th Avenue in Northern. You know what I'm saying? Get some dope wings, some bomb wings, and some bomb pizza, dog. AZ Pizza Express. Make sure you buy those in Highness. Check it out. It's bomb. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Shout out to who else? Oh, shout out to we went. Me and my homie went to a place called Tokyo Joe's. It's right there on McDowell. You know, just east. No, just west of the 101, north of the 10. Right there on McDowell, and it's pretty good. You know, I introduced this fool to pot stickers. He's like, "What is pot stickers? I ain't never had that." I was like, "Oh, it's kind of like an egg roll or whatever." And this, you know what this fool tells me? He's like, "Oh, I ain't never even had an egg roll." I was like, hold on, what? What? How are you how are you this old and not even had an egg roll yet? You know what I'm saying? Long story short, he fell in love with pot stickers. You know what I'm saying? They're fire. Yeah, I don't care what anybody tells me. They're bomb. They come with this little sauce, and it's like the best thing that you could buy, that money can buy. Literally one of the best things money can buy. That usually has to do with food or whatever. You know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Shout out to como se dice Tokyo Joe's, right? You know, and it's bomb, you know. Anyways, it brings me to my next como se dice, my next topic. It's gonna be beef alerts. And I was thinking about this today. It just happened. Well, today, yeah, today. It happened, you know. Um I got beef with people that's like over here taking their job way too serious. You know what I'm saying? In my line of work, listen, I don't need to get into specifics. I deliver stuff to stores. Okay. Let's just put stuff to gas stations specifically, you know, QTs and Circle Ks. I'll go ahead and say that. And, you know, sometimes you run into people that it's like taking their job way too serious, right? Oh, I like to do it by the book. This is how we do it. Even though, you know, there's stuff in order for us to do it much quicker, shortcuts, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But then particular person works at QT. So basically I got beef with people that work at QTs that take their you know, their job too serious. It's like, man, you don't have to like, oh, I have to do it in order. I have to check in all your stuff in order or whatever. It's like, no, you really don't, because you know I've done this. This is the only quick trip I've had a problem with that has a problem with me doing it. You know how we usually the faster way. Instead of, oh, we got to go and order stuff like that. No, it just makes no sense. On top of that, before all that, before we started checking in my stuff, like, hey man, you can't park that truck there. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I've been to this quick trip so many times, and this is where I park, and you know I spend hours there. Like, nah, you got to park it over there. It's like, come on, bro, what are we doing? What am I doing? I'm just trying to deliver some stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But oh no, you got to park way over there on the other side. You know, have an extra walk with the pallet. You know what I'm saying? The cool lift and all that. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I might have said I might have said too much. Hey, make sure you edit that out. Take down the time about 8 or 9 minutes. Take that part out where I mentioned that device that I use. Okay, so we're back. You know, it doesn't matter, dude. A lot of people are saying that their jobs are more like, they're not saying it, but they're saying it without saying it. Like, oh, I take this job extremely serious, even though there's shortcuts and you know we don't really have to do all this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter because we, you know, like my job's not that important. Your job's not that important. Let's just let's just do it the quickest way possible so we can go home, right? That's what I'm looking for, man. I'm all about solutions. I'm all about the solutions. I'm not over here worried about, oh, if it's by the book, because at the end of the day, it's usually everything's on point, you know? Even if we got like little shortcuts and stuff that help us get through the day, things of that nature, you know? It just blows my mind that people are still like that. But you know what? Shout out to them. Back to the shout out segment. Shout out to them. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. And you know what? That'll bring me to my next story. I'm sorry, my next segment, if you will. The misadventures of Paco. I'm gonna go ahead and take a trip down memory lane and give you guys a very personal story about myself. This happened, I think 2019. My memory's a little hazy on this. But yeah, sure. We'll say September 11th, 2019. We'll say it was a rainy day, not much unlike today. It's raining outside, you know what I'm saying? And at this time I was working for Waste Management. I don't care. I can say the name because I used to work. I don't work there anymore. Anyways, I was working for Waste Management. My job, I had like a rear load truck, small truck. You got to get out and then put the can on the thing and use the thing to put the trash in the thing, So I was doing that. I was out there, Paradise Valley, multi-million dollar homes, things like that. It was raining all day. It's wet. It's humid. It's just not fun. Anyway, I'm doing a few stops here and there, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything's going fine, I just doing my thing, collecting trash, avoiding dogs, because I've been bit by a dog, just entering somebody's property because they didn't have their dogs like in a certain area. They just let their dogs roam around the property or whatever. And then when they hear the trash guy come, the dogs are not interested in saying what's up. Well, I guess these dogs were friendly. You know what I'm saying? Because they was jumping on me. I'm like, hey, what's up, doggies? Next thing you know, they're nipping at my pant legs, and then they rip my pants like behind my leg or whatever. And I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, all right, everybody relax. I think it's getting a little bit too real. You guys were friendly at first, but now you're nipping at me. Just relax a little bit, buddy. And then, they start to get more aggressive. They like kind of scratch me a little bit harder. Like, okay, all right. You know what? I see you, but, give me some space now. I'm getting a little bit worried that you're going to bite me. And sure enough, I get bitten in this elbow right here, this elbow. But you can't really see it. It wasn't bad. They drew blood. I got bite marks and then so by this time I'm like, okay, these dogs are retarded. I'm not gonna get bitten up just because some guy paid to get the trash taken out, whatever. So I get back to the truck and I just take off. I want no parts of those fighting those dogs. These are privileged, affluent dogs. Okay, they know no better. They ain't from the streets, homie. They're just gonna start biting, people. Act like it's all good. It's not. It's not all good. All right. But anyway, so I take whatever. That's not the story I was telling you. Okay, so anyways, it's a rainy day like today, and when the trash gets wet, it does get heavier, it gets bogged down, whatever. There's water in the hopper of the truck I got. And I'm right there on Tom Darlington or whatever. You know what? It doesn't even matter the street. There's a part where I have to go on a roundabout, right? So I'm driving, like normal. There's the roundabout. I enter it. Maybe I'm going too fast. I don't know. I don't think I am. Okay. On the record, I'm going the exact speed I should have been going. Off the record, might have been going a little bit fast. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm in the roundabout already. So I kind of hit the como se dice, the curb, right? So in the middle of the roundabout. So then next thing I know, the truck is going like this. It's going like, ah. So the truck tips over on its side. Okay, the cops come, everybody's watching. It's on its side at this point, and I'm dangling, strapped in my seatbelt. Like my seatbelt strapped in, and I'm like, just hanging from my seatbelt. And so this landscaper dude comes, he takes off the windshield, right, from the front. And then what I'm saying, he's helping push me up towards the driver's side door, which is facing the sky at this point. And I'm like, all right, thank you for helping push. I can't unbuckle my seatbelt for some reason. I think it's broke. I keep trying and trying. Next thing you know, the door flies open and it's a woman cop, you know, and she's like, oh, hey, I got you. And then she cuts the seatbelt. And so I just fall into the arms of this unnamed landscaper dude. You know what I'm saying? This Vato's looking at me like, hey, dog, you okay? Like his eyes are wide, like, oh, I just seen the whole thing. Are you okay? Type of thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm shooken up, as anyone would be if you've ever rolled a truck. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's a little bit not cool. It'll have you like, it'll have you thinking like, oh my god, what did I just do? Don't even realize it. But yeah. So, anyways, they pull me out, and then I'm like, I'm hurt. I'm a little bit hurt. Like the seatbelt bruised my seatbelt area, if you will. On my hip, over here, up on my shoulder, and all that. Nice seatbelt. They got it on camera. Of course, they got it on camera. You know what I'm saying? I go back to I go back. Well, first they take me to do a drug test. If you got a CDL, if you're a professional driver and you get into an accident, it's the first thing you do. If you're able to, you go and you take a drug test because they're like, okay, let's see if this guy is on anything. Pass the drug test, whatever. I knew I was gonna pass. Anyways, so I get back to the yard and then they're like, oh yeah, man. Yeah. They're like, hey man, do you want to watch the video? See what I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I literally just lived it. I don't need to see it. And then they're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, well, you know what? You just take the rest of the day off because this was pretty early on in my route. They're like, yeah, just take the rest of the day off. It's all good, homie. Don't even trip, man. You know what? Take a couple days off. We're gonna go ahead and call you back in after we do. We'll just call it an investigation. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, great. And then the manager at the time pulls me aside. He's like, hey, listen, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I have never seen anybody roll a truck and keep their job. So just a heads up, pretty much saying, hey, look for another job right now because this ain't it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So waste management really frowns upon rolling a truck. But you know what? It gave me something. It gave me a valuable experience, and it also gave me some kind of bragging rights, right? Where I was able to be like anytime somebody tells me how to drive or something, I'm like, listen, buddy, I've rolled more trucks than you've driven. So don't come to me with these driving tips. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. I know what time it is, and it just really, it's really, like a badge of honor. I lived through it. It's nothing really, you know, and so that's basically the story I wanted to tell today. And it is somewhat it's somewhat embarrassing, but it's fine. You know what? I've lived through it. I'm at a point in my life where I can talk about it. It's funny. It's fun. And then after that, for a few months I was acting like a straight bozo. I was like, oh, what do I do? I went to work at Carl's Jr. I mean, come on, don't judge me for that. It was a dark time in my life. I was like, I don't know what to do, you know. But then after that, I went on to move on to another company to work, not doing trash. I actually went to like something that I love doing, which is driving trucks and delivering to stores, places, gas stations, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the story I wanted to get into with you guys today. Hold on one second here. All right, and you guys, there's a lot of times where I'm just gonna come on and give like a life story or whatever. That's what the misadventures is for. That's what Paco's Power Hour is for. And if I got a guest on, we're gonna definitely do more stuff and have more segments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what time it is. I'm gonna just close the show. I just wanted to come on and say what's up, give you guys a little misadventure, if you will. But yeah, you know what time it is right now. This one is time for it's time for like a little freestyle off top. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. It's episode 5, Paco's Power Hour, and we're about to rip it up. Best way I know how. On the mic. Episode 5 is in the books. That means it's over, man. I hope you enjoyed and took entertainment from me. My life stories. If you can relate to me, that means you ain't boring. If you can relate to me, that means you ain't snoring. On the Power Hour, and soon we'll be scoring all them high scores for my people. That means, you know, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. That concludes the freestyle segment, if you will, of Paco's Power Hour. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that watching this on the replay. Shout out to everybody, you know, saying that's down with me. I ain't got no viewers right now, but you know what? It's only gonna be going up from here. Consistency is gonna be the key. At least one episode a week, at least, man. You know, even if it's something stupid like this, where I just talk about, you know, where I give you one of my life events. You know, I've been here and there. I've got a lot of stories. Some of them are kind of illegal, but you know what? I think the statute of limitations or whatever, or however you call it's fine now. I pretty much could talk about the stupid stuff I used to do. You know, maybe it could be a cautionary tale for people out there. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you know how it is, man. Much love and respect to everybody that's down with me. If you love me, I love you. That's how it is, man. I got a big heart, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to make that. I got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? So I love all you.